Welcome to the latest Motley Fool Scoreboard. I'm on Baloo, and we've got longtime fools Rick Munarriz and Toby Bordelon giving a 1 to 10 rating to a company that's used to being the favorite, but is now throwing off some underdog vibes. It's Moneyball Rec Nike, ticker symbol NKE. Rate the strength of Nike's business first, including factors like industry and competition. 10 is invincible, a 1 is hopeless. Rick's at a 5, Toby, you're higher at a 7.
Yeah, this is everyone's favorite shoe company, right? Not actually right now, and that is part of their problem. But I think they can get back on track. The brand is still very strong here. The distribution network is global and in theory much better than upstarts trying to eat their lunch. International growth is still a big opportunity for them. But competition is intense here, and that is a reality that Nike needs to do a better job of adapting to, I think.
Yeah, I'm that rare fool that's not a cut in the old Nike bull. I'm team just don't do it. I don't want to say that Nike's a 4-letter word, even though it literally is that. I just like to go to the tape. Nike has posted double-digit growth just 6 times in the last 23 fiscal years. Put another way, 74% of the time over the past 2+ decades, Nike's fiscal year revenue has been negative or in the low single digits. This industry is more cutthroat than showboat. I'm giving Nike a 5 on the strength of its brand, but lately it's been more Air than Jordan.
For management, a 10 is Warren Buffett, a 1 is Homer Simpson. Rick, you're at a 6. Toby, you're at an 8.
Yeah, I think the new CEO, Elliott Hill, is off to a really good start here, though more work clearly needs to be done. He actually has a ton of experience at Nike, came back to take the CEO job. The businesses he oversaw while he was there before did well. Earnings report was promising, the most recent earnings report. Revenue is growing again. That's good to see. So, yeah, I think they're in decent shape here.
Yeah, so Hill spent 32 years in leadership positions across Nike before retiring in 2020. Came back last year. It's an odd career arc, but I'll take it. He's been back for a year now, and Nike's revenue declined 10% in fiscal 2025, though it has started to bounce back, as Toby points out, in its latest quarter. He could be exactly what Nike needs to turn me into a bull, but until then, I'm more bear than Jordan.
For financials, a 10 is a fortress, a 1 is yikes. Rick's at a 6, Toby, you're at a 7.
Yeah, the balance sheet's great. $8.6 billion in cash and short-term investments. A very manageable debt load relative to that, just $8 billion in long-term debt. Revenue is growing again, as we noted. Now, granted, that is with some currency impacts boosting it. But still, it's good to see. They did beat expectations in the last quarter, so things are clearly looking up in terms of their financials. The China business is a bit of a drag right now. Nike does need to address that.
Yeah, so I'll agree with Toby on the balance sheet. It gets a rare swoosh check mark from me. I'm still not sure about the rest of the financials. I've been talking about the top line shortcomings. Let's get to the outsole of its income statement. Nike's trailing net margin is half of what it was 3 years ago. Dan Wieden is the Nike ad guy who penned the famous "Just Do It" catchphrase. But sizing up the company these days, it's more Air than your Dan.
I want like 10 more categories to see how many Rick can finish with the Air Jordan reference. Let's talk valuation, Rick. How well will Nike stock do over the next 5 years? How safe is it? 10's a sure thing. 1's a lottery ticket.
Yeah, so I went with 0 to 5% on the 5-year return. My low return expectations aren't a surprise, and maybe I'm a hypocrite wearing Nike's men's Air Zoom Pegasus 38 running shoes you can't see right now. I still can't make a bullish case for Nike at 30 times trailing earnings, admittedly at depressed margins that should improve far better than revenue at this point. However, with analysts pegging a single-digit revenue growth for at least the next 5 fiscal years, I can't expect the stock to beat or even keep pace with the market. For the safety score, I went with a 6 because if Nike has survived the past 24 years of uninspiring growth, it's going to be fine through the next 2+ decades. 6.
Yeah, safety score 5 to 10% for me. I think it can be a slight market beater, and I do think that's probably our best case scenario here, given how big this company is. Safety 7. They're in solid shape financially, and the brand is worth a lot. They have time to get this turnaround right. I think there is no urgency for them here.
Thank you to both Toby and to Rick. They've given Nike an overall score of just 6.0 out of 10. There's always competition in the athletic shoe space. Nike's battled with Reebok in the past, Under Armour. Now it's On Holdings and HOKA. We'll see what it can do. But both Toby and Rick prefer a different shoemaker Crocs as a top it for Nike. Look out for a new scoreboard every market day at 7 p.m. Eastern. Next up is something good, I promise. Till then, Fool on. I was trying to fill the hour with screw-ups. Didn't quite get there.